Miss Caroline Morton picked up the Morning Post from the silver tray the butler had placed beside her plate. It was a bright, cheerful morning, and Caroline was alone in the breakfast parlour of the rented house on Half Moon Street. Her employer, Mrs. Frogerton, slept on after a late night at a society ball where Mrs. Frogerton's daughter, Dorothy, had danced the night away. Caroline had attended the ball, but since she hadn't danced, she'd hardly exerted herself and had risen at her usual time to start the day. The season was drawing to a close, and Caroline would soon need to decide whether she remained in Mrs. Frogerton's employ or sought another position in London. Her employer had strongly indicated that even if Dorothy chose to marry at the end of the season, which seemed more than likely, Caroline would be more than welcome to accompany Mrs. Frogerton back north. Despite her initial trepidation in taking a paid position after being left penniless by her feckless father, Caroline had come to admire Mrs. Frogerton. She treated Caroline like a daughter and had already supported her through several trying events, including a family murder. Caroline set the stack of invitations to one side and considered the rest of the post. There were 2 letters for her, including one from her sister, Susan, who was now at school in Kent. Susan still hadn't forgiven Caroline for sending her away to school, and her letters tended to be stilted, short, and remarkably accusatory. According to Susan, every ill in the world, including the weather, the unfairness of her French teacher, and her lack of fashionable new dresses, was somehow Caroline's fault. Caroline put the letter in her pocket. It was a pleasant day, and she was looking forward to visiting Hyde Park and strolling along the paths with Mrs. Frogerton and her dogs. Reading Susan's new list of grievances would depress her spirits, especially when she didn't have the power or necessary finances to change anything. Mrs. Frogerton had generously paid Susan's fees, and Caroline was very careful not to expose her employer to Susan's complaints.